Hi everyone, I'm Keisha Charmaine and I'm back. And in this video, I'm doing something a little different. So I was on live on Instagram. I was on at LOCNationTM's Instagram. Shout outs to Malcolm. I was live on his Instagram and I did a live tutorial on this hair and makeup look. And it was freestyle and this is what I came up with. I knew I was going to do some buns because I wanted to play with these little sticks for my buns, and I made it work. And this is a very everyday makeup type look. Very simple, very easy. And yeah, so if you want to see how I achieved this hair makeup look, and if you want to see the live session, keep watching. Hey everyone, I'm Keisha Charmaine and I'm back here live on LOCNationTM on Instagram. So if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my phone as I'm recording live right now. Hi _ the barber. And yeah, so let's get into it. I'm going to do a very simple makeup look and I'm going to do some buns. I'm going to do some fun buns with my locks. So I'm going to do my hair first and I'm going to answer everyone's questions in the live as I do this. So, the first question, Zyara Even, how do you keep your locks moisturized? Well, I wash my locks regularly, maybe every 2 weeks. Sooner if need be, maybe in the summertime I'll do it sooner than that. But I moisturize with natural oils. I have some products coming out soon, so definitely stay tuned. Those products will be really geared towards hair growth. So I've been using my own formula, but besides that, before I've been making my own products, I use, like I said, natural ingredients, natural oils, and I do it, and I would oil it as needed. Like I don't have a certain routine where, you know, every Tuesday and Thursday I oil. No, I oil as needed. I oil whenever I feel my locks want to be moisturized, and I often mist it with water first and then oil it. And if I'm not in a rush to dry my locks after I wash it, then I'll oil it before I even dry my locks. So yeah, so I'm using Infallible Pro Matte foundation. My color is 111. Feel free to ask any questions as I film this tutorial. For those of you who are just coming in, I am filming a tutorial on my YouTube channel while I do this live, so I'm trying to multitask if you see me looking in different directions. This is my first time doing it, so I hope that I'm able to stay organized, and I want to get this done. I know you guys want to see my hair tutorial primarily, so I'm going to hurry up and get my makeup done so I can get to my hair. I'm not doing a lot to my face. So sit tight, sit tight. If you have any hair questions, feel free to ask now. Hello, Man Ralph Frederick. Hello, Genesis, or I'm not sure how to say that. Jenny's 31. Okay, now I'm gonna do some concealer. Where is it? Hello, Sketchnificent. Oh boy. Hello, Lulu Mad. Lulu Made. Where's my concealer? This is not the one I wanted to use. Here it is. Okay. Okay, I almost missed a question. Richard will ask, hey Queen, how do you keep your locks, how do I keep my locks neatly for longer periods without having to keep retwisting? So your maintenance is gonna come into play. You're gonna wanna make sure you cover your hair when you go to sleep with a scarf. Tie it secure with a satin or silk scarf. Satin scarves are really cheap, so I recommend you using a satin one. And you're gonna wanna use that also when you get in the shower. I recommend putting on a scarf to get in the shower as well as a shower cap. and that should help to prolong your retwisting periods, because the water from the shower, as well as, you know, rustling and tussling in your bed when you sleep, that all can play a part in your hair needing to be done again. Or in the rain, cover it in the rain. Basically just cover it whenever you can. Whenever you have the opportunity to cover your hair, I recommend that you do that, so that you can help preserve your retwist. And if anybody cares, I was just using Maybelline's concealer, and my color is Cafe number 30. And I mixed it with LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I mixed it with medium beige. That's not my color, but I mixed it with this one because I wanted my concealer to be a little brighter. Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna have to keep scrolling. So you know what, guys, because I don't want to scroll, I'm gonna just ask you guys to repeat your comments if I miss it. So but I see right here is D Zatavi. Hello, what is the best way to moisturize my locks? I addressed that a little earlier. So this video is gonna be this video, I'm gonna try to save it to Lock Nation, as well as it's gonna be in my my YouTube video, which for those of you who are just coming in, I'm recording a YouTube video while I'm doing this live, so bear with me. If anybody asks any questions, please repeat it, because I'm not gonna be scrolling. I'm not gonna be scrolling so that I can hurry up and get this makeup done so I can get to my hair. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Okay. I'm really trying to rush through this makeup so I can get to my hair. I know you guys would much rather see that. Does dyeing locks make them break off? It can. It can, especially if you use bleach. In my experience, and an experience that I've heard from a lot of others, dyeing the locks doesn't really seem to be such an issue. But when you bleach it, that's when it seems to be an issue. I know most bleaches, if not all bleaches, most dyes, if not all dyes, have some sort of bleach content within it, which is how you're able to lift your hair color, especially if it's black or brown, to be able to take a color like blonde or red. So consider that all dyes have some bleach in it. However, while a blonde dye, for instance, can only lift your locks or your hair, if you don't have locks, it could only lift it maybe 3 to 4 shades, 3 or 4 levels, while if you use a straight bleach, that will lift your hair 6 to 7 or 8 shades. So the more you lift your hair, the weaker it becomes. So when you have weak hair, that's obviously when it starts to break off. So keep that in mind when you're coloring your hair. Hi, what products? Okay, so Bree Miller 95 says, hi, what products do you use to retwist with? Well, my favorite product right now to retwist with is Dr. LOCS locking spray. I may have it around here somewhere. Well, it's not within arm's reach, so I'm not gonna find it right now, but that's my favorite product to twist my hair with, because it's a spray, so it's not gonna cause buildup. It's not going to cause it's not gonna leave a residue, and it has a strong hold, which is important for me personally, because I like my retwist to look very neat. So next, what's next? I'm gonna bronze my face a little bit. I'm using e.l.f. bronzer, baked bronzer. So Liddy RBG says, suggested washing products. I heard about the black soap wash. I've definitely used black soap. I use that a lot. I like to keep black soap on deck because it's well, one, it's you're gonna get a really nice deep clean with that. And at the same time, I feel like my hair doesn't feel stripped while I use black soap. Now when I say black soap, I mean the natural black soap. Like, I would usually get it when I go to different fairs and stuff where there are African vendors or West Indian vendors, and I'll get it from there, and I would use that. And the reason why I'm specifying that kind of black soap, it's brown in color, because there are a lot of fake black soaps in the market. There's a lot of people making, I don't know what is in their soap, but they're dyeing it black. And I guess because it's called black soap, people are really going to believe that it's natural black soap because it's black. But black soap is actually not black, it's brown. So keep that in mind when you're getting your black soap. But yeah, that's definitely a good product to use to wash your locks with. I also use Dr. LOCS shampoo. That's a pretty strong shampoo, so I don't recommend it. I don't recommend that you use it every single time, because I find that it can dry your locks out, especially if you have color treated hair, if your hair is bleached, or if it's dyed. So I definitely recommend that you use it sometimes and not all the time. But I also use Dr. Bronner soaps, like the peppermint soap, the lavender soap, the tea tree soap. And I use those because, well, one, they're very clarifying. I'll get a nice deep clean. I love the scents, and I love that it's natural and things like that. It's recommended that you dilute it, but honestly, I don't dilute it when I use it. That's just not what I do. What are your favorite oils to mix for your locks? I spoke on that a little earlier. Well, I guess I didn't tell you specific oils, but I'm going to talk more about that really soon. I don't want to share too much about that right now. I mean, I have before in the past, but I don't want to speak on that too much right now, because I'll be coming out with my oil line pretty soon, and once you guys see the ingredients list and that, then you'll know for sure. But I guess I'll just give you guys a little taste. I like to use sweet almond oil. That's my favorite oil. And honestly, that's my favorite oil for moisturizing my body and my hair. But I'll just say that. I'll leave you with that. And obviously, I like to use other oils too. The oils that I'll come out with very soon is going to be so... it's amazing. It's an amazing mix. Herb infused and all. Right now I'm using Iman, what is it called? Iman's eyeshadow pencil in the color Desire, and I'm also going to be using Intrigue. Rashad Will says, thanks, the moisture from working out is just a nightmare. How do you go around that? When you work out, I definitely recommend that you work out, men or women, you work out with something like this going on. Tie down your hair with a scarf as tight as you can, and if you can, leave it on when you're done working out. Leave it on and let your hair dry. I know that sounds gross. You have your sweat and you're letting it dry under there, but the reason why I suggest that is because if you take off your scarf before it dries, that may cause some unraveling. But you're like, oh, but that's gross. Now I have this dry sweat on my hair. This is when you can use dry shampoo. And this is honestly probably the only time I recommend using dry shampoo. If you're not familiar with dry shampoo is a product. They usually come in sprays, or they come in like jelly-like consistencies, and you would just rub it on your hair, and you would take like a cloth and wipe it off. So that way you're getting rid of a lot of the sweat and dirt that's on your hair and scalp, but obviously you're not getting rid of it all, but you'll do that at your next wash. And I recommend that if you wash your hair fairly regularly. Like, I wash my hair every 2 weeks. I understand everyone doesn't do that. Sometimes people wash their hair once a month. You have to find what works for you and your schedule and your hair type, what your hair needs are. But other than that, if you're having issues with unraveling then I definitely recommend that you look into interlocking. Although there are pros and cons with interlocking, because when you consider the fact that you can only interlock once every several months, maybe 4 times a year is what's recommended. So if you prefer neater maintenance, tighter maintenance throughout the year, then that could be an issue. But you can always retwist in between your interlocking. So now I'm using Iman's pencil liner. What is this called? Perfect Eye Pencil in jet black. And I use a lot of these Iman products in my Iman tutorial. Definitely check it out. I made a Proud Mary movie inspired look, so definitely check that out. For those of you just joining, I am filming a YouTube tutorial while I'm doing this live Q&A. So feel free to ask a question. You'll get shouted out in my YouTube video as I answer it. Okay, maybe we're working now because I got kicked off of early. Okay, there are people coming in. I don't know what happened, guys. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I don't know if my phone froze or what, but I could not. My Instagram was just giving me a hard time. But thanks for coming back. For those of you who are new, I am doing a live Q&A as I film a YouTube tutorial. So I'm doing hair and makeup. So you guys can ask me any questions you want on hair and makeup, obviously. So feel free to ask any of your questions now. I am going to focus my camera again. So Mr. Lash 00. I'm located in Queens, New York. Grew up in Brooklyn, but now I'm in Queens. Your face is beautiful. Thank you. Right now I'm just bronzing it up a little bit. So if you stick around for a little bit longer, you're gonna see me do my what do you call this? My locks. I'm gonna make some buns. Okay, so Instagram is tripping. It's not me. Okay, I was bugging out. Cool. Cool. I was getting upset. I'm like, I hardly ever go live here on Lock Nation, and now they want to give me problems. That's messed up. So Miss Jazzy D says, what product do you use when you color your locks red? Well, I'm done with coloring my locks red. But when I have in the past, I've liked to use a semi-permanent. I use Adore in crimson, Adore in any kind of red that they have. I've used it probably. But that's a semi-permanent color, so I had to lift my hair first. And I used Clairol Textures and Tones in 7G. That's the blonde color that they have. And I lifted my hair with that. And I rocked it blonde for a while. And that's how I was able to pull off red, because I was blonde first. So you can't just jump in and try to do red. It's not gonna take if you use a semi-permanent. Sketchnificent asks, okay, I've been growing my hair for almost 3 years now. I plan on starting my lock journey later on this year. What are some best tips? I'm so happy you asked that question, because I definitely just put a video up for lock beginners on what you should expect in the beginning of your lock journey. So definitely check out my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is full of information for you guys, especially for beginners. So I have a whole video playlist, about like over 100 videos that will help you guys. So definitely check that out. But in short, I can tell you right now, you want to consider different sizes, the size, you know, how large or how small you want your locks to be. Because if you start large, you consider the fact that you can't go smaller. You can't really downsize unless you comb them out and separate them that way. But if you start smaller, you can combine them to make them thicker. So keep that in mind. But also keep in mind the amount of maintenance that comes into play. When you start your locks smaller, you have more maintenance because you have more locks that you need to retwist. So keep that in mind as well. What's good to keep locks moisturized, especially around the edges? I'm actually coming out with something just for the edges. So stay tuned. I'll have a really, really good product for you guys for edge maintenance. To regrow edges, to regrow thinning spots, bald spots, the nape of your neck, things of that nature. And it'll also be helpful for beards as well. So stay tuned. What do you recommend for keeping your parts or scalp moisturized? I'll also be coming out with another product for that reason. But as I said in the live earlier before Instagram started bugging out, I like to use natural oils. And almond oil, sweet almond oil is my favorite. Maybe I'll mix an essential oil in there like tea tree. If I'm having issues with itchiness or dandruff, I'll mix tea tree in there. And it's really hard to talk to you guys while I do my mascara. So I'm about to finish up my week 2. My head already kind of itchy. What should I do? And that was from page.jpg. I actually just said this, tea tree oil. So I definitely recommend that you use some drops of tea tree oil in whatever it is that you use to moisturize your hair. Tea tree oil is really, really good for your scalp. It'll help with itchiness and dandruff. But I don't know what's causing your itchiness, so you want to figure out why it's itchy. Is it itchy because it's dirty? If that's the case, then wash your hair. If it's itchy because you're dehydrated, you need to drink some water. Things like that. Always consider the source of the problem before diagnosing, you know, or before trying to find out the cure. Any advice for starter locks? Yep, definitely check out my YouTube channel. I have tons of videos just for you guys. Starter locks, things to consider when you're starting your locks, and things to expect in the beginning stage. But right now, what I can tell you is to be patient, because you'll need that. If you think that your hair is gonna overnight turn out to be locks or turn out to be a certain kind of way, whatever your expectations are, forget about it. It's gonna take time, and everyone's hair locks at a different pace. Consider different hair textures, consider different methods of starting your locks, and yeah, and your maintenance. So don't compare your journey to anyone else's. What do you use at night to wrap your locks? I use something like this, sometimes like satin scarves. Oftentimes I don't wrap my locks at all because I use satin pillowcases. So the cotton pillowcases don't suck the moisture out of my hair. Wait, what's next? Highlight. Oh, I forgot highlight. I forgot my highlighter. So I'll go to lips. So yeah, so natural, what I said, oh, satin scarves, satin pillowcases. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Mr. Lash says, how long have you had your locks? I've had my locks for 7.5 years, maybe a little bit more than that at this point. No, definitely a little bit longer than that at this point, because I'll be 8 years locked on May 15th. And I'm using what's this, ColourPop. You remind me of a young Lauryn Hill. Thank you. I'm mixing a couple shades. The dark one is Limbo and the light one is Stingray. Any more questions? I can't scroll up to see if you posted any questions earlier. So ask it again if I missed it. But I'm about to get to my hair. I think I'm done with my makeup since I forgot my highlight. What method did you use to start your locks? I used comb coils. And I started off with about 120 comb coils. But then I combined some at my edges, like around my edges, and some at the nape of my neck, because the lady who started my locks, she made my parting pretty consistent throughout my scalp, which is cool, but not really when you consider the fact that your hair density is different throughout your head. So around my edges and around most people's edges, our hair is looser, or thinner I should say. Well, both. My hair personally is looser and thinner around my edges naturally, so it would have been best if she made thicker locks in those areas, but she didn't. So I ended up having to combine a bunch. Maybe in total I combined about 8 or so or more, because I started off with about 120 locks and now I have 94. So I've combined quite a bit. Okay, now it's on to my hair. I'm so mad I forgot my highlight, but I don't want to go get it right now because I don't want to leave the live. Thank you, almighty honcho. So yeah, before I style it, yes, get into it. It feels good now that I freed it. Can you guys relate? You know, when you wear your hair up all day, then you take your hair down. Oh boy, it just feels glorious. What method did you use to combine your locks? I used 2-strand twists. So let me show you. Here's a good example. You see how, well, I'll show you guys first. You see how it's twisted here, but then you see it's just one lock. That's because I 2-strand twisted it. If you guys can see on my YouTube, you see where the 2-strand twist stops and where the uni-lock begins. Yes, I just said uni-lock. Don't ask, okay? Just go with it. Okay, now I'm gonna put it in. I want to put it in 2 buns. So I'm gonna try to part it down the center. For those of you who don't know, I am filming a YouTube tutorial as I film this live simultaneously. Ugh. So I'm gonna try to do like 2 buns right here, and I don't have any hair ties, so I'm gonna have to use my locks, which is unfortunate. This could make it harder. Do you use rubber bands on the ends of your 2-strand locks? I did sometimes, but for the most part I used clips, like those gold clips. I used to sell those on my shop. Speaking of my shop, if you guys didn't know, I have a hair shop, or online hair accessory shop, where you can get lock accessories. You can also get head wraps. You can get my book. I actually wrote a book called More Than a Hair Journey, The Black Woman's Guide to Self-Love and Lock Maintenance. Men are absolutely welcome to read that and support as well. But yeah, my shop, if you go to my Instagram at Killa Does That, you'll see the link in my bio, and in the link you'll see my shop, you'll see my YouTube channel, etc., etc. So I'm trying to make this bun without using any sort of ponytail holder or anything. I'm not feeling very confident. But my website where you can buy hair accessories, head wraps, and things is lovelightLocks.storeenvy.com. So I can't type it up for you guys right now, so I recommend that you go to my my Instagram at Killa Does That and check the link in my bio. Oh boy, I need a hairband, man. No, I'm gonna make this work, okay? We're gonna make this work. It's staying right now, but I just know it's gonna fall. If I can find something really quickly, I will be happy, but I don't think I will. I was definitely saying earlier that I need to go to a beauty supply store and stock up on hairbands. I saw this meme. Oh, look at this. It's brown though. It's brown. Ugh. Whatever. I'll see if I can make this work. And what am I gonna do for my second bun? Lord. Okay. And I have a bun tutorial on my YouTube channel. It's old, but it's a classic. It still applies. It still applies if you guys didn't really see how I did this just now. Mind you guys, I am doing a Q&A right now, so feel free to ask any questions you have. And I'm filming it on YouTube right now as well. What's your Insta? My Insta is @KillaDoesThat. So I guess I can type it up really quickly, but if you check out the stories here on Lock Nation, I'm in the stories and I'm tagged there, so if that's the easier way for you to get to me. Yeah. Sorry, my nose is a little runny. Yeah, but that's me. I didn't even introduce myself, you guys. I am so rude. I figured that all of you guys are people who know me already, but if you don't know me, I am Keisha Charmaine. I am @KillaDoesThat on Instagram. If you want to know what's my name all about, my nickname is Killa, and I does that. So that's why my name is KillaDoesThat. But I am a YouTuber and I make YouTube videos on lock maintenance primarily. I also dabble in makeup and mental health and things of that nature, but for the most part I am your go-to lock girl. If you need tips on maintaining your locks, tips on lock styles, or like I should say suggestions on lock styles and things of that nature. I like to encourage people along their lock journeys. If you're beginners or if you're, along your journey having issues, I am here as a resource. If you need tips, if you need tricks, if you need encouragement, all that good stuff. And this bun is not, I feel like it's not looking as nice as the first one, but it is feeling more secure already. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. Yeah, I spoke too soon. Wait. I need to give my arms a little rest for a second, okay? I know y'all can relate. Ladies, you can relate. I need to go back to the gym. Alright, we're back. We're back. Oh. I've come too far. I can't give up now. Is that a gospel song? Any questions, guys? This is your chance to ask me now and I'll answer them live. By the way, this, like, I don't know if I said this already. I'm sure I did. What am I talking about? I know I said this already. I'm filming a YouTube video while I'm doing this live. So if you ask questions now, I will answer it. Well, obviously I'm answering it now, but you'll see or you'll hear your name shouted out in my video as well. So ask now and hear your name shouted out later on. Oh my gosh, these buns are huge. These buns are huge. This one feels pretty secure. I need something to secure this one now. What is your YouTube channel? My YouTube channel is my name, so it's youtube.com/Keisha Charmaine. My name is Keisha Charmaine. If you want a link, head over to my Instagram and click the link in my bio. The link in my bio will give you access to my YouTube channel, my online store, and other things. My media kit, if you guys are like interested in business, promotions, and things like that. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this bun is not wanting to stay. Do I have anything around? I don't want to get up and find anything. So yeah, that's my YouTube channel. I have over 500 videos. I've been filming YouTube videos since my hair was this long. Okay, so if you need someone to reference throughout their lock journey, I'm your go-to, because you can see where I was at every stage in my lock journey. The day I started, you guys see me up until now, almost 8 years later. So like I said, I have over 500 videos. A lot of those videos are advice videos, while a lot of those are just like updating you on my hair journey, things that I've learned along the way, and yeah, and recommendations and things like that. Yep. Okay, so this bun will have to do, because I gotta move on. All right. You know, I'm tempted to take it down and try again. Yeah, I can do a better job than that. I'm gonna take it down. Okay. Just check the website. All the lock jewelry I love is sold out. Yeah, unfortunately, fortunately, I make all of my lock accessories by hand, so everything is unique and exquisite and one of a kind. So it's not like, well, for some pieces I do make multiple pieces of the same thing, but for the most part, if you see like an intricate design that you like, for the most part, that's one of a kind. So yeah, if it's sold out, I'm sorry, but keep looking at the site, and you'll see when different lock jewelry becomes available, because I do consistently maintain my shop. Oh boy, I should have kept the first bun in. But yes, my shop is not just lock jewelry. I know we all don't wear lock jewelry, but I also have head wraps, infinity head wraps, so they're super easy to use. You know, and I have a tutorial on many ways that you can wear them, but they're like super versatile. And if you go to my Instagram, or my shop's Instagram, which is at @LoveLightLocks, you can see a lot of my customers wearing them, so you'll see different ways that you can rock them. Okay, I'm really hoping this bun stays. I'm trying my best to make this bun stay, because I don't want to take it down and try again. So, there's only 4 people in the room now. I mean, I guess it is an awkward time of the day. I know a lot of you guys are at work and things like that, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask them right now, and I'll answer them on this live, and you'll see it on my YouTube video, since I'm recording this right now. Feel free to ask any questions. I'm almost done with this bun. I'm so happy because my arms are burning. Lord, my arms are burning. I love your YouTube channel. Thank you. And that was from Edar. Oh, how do you say this? EDARIUSC. I'm not gonna attempt to pronounce that. I'm sorry. But thank you very much for watching. Okay, we're almost there. I just have to tuck these in a little bit better. Okay, that's as good as it's gonna get. Woo! What are your favorite products to use? And that is a question from Letitia. I think I'm saying that right. Letitia. So to name some, I love the Dr. LOCS line of products, especially their locking spray. A lot of people use gels, a lot of people use pomades and what have you to retwist their hair, and I personally prefer to use the locking spray, and the reason why is because it's light, it doesn't leave any residue, it doesn't cause buildup, and it has a strong hold. So I like to use Dr. LOCS locking spray. And they also, what else do I like by them? I also like the shampoo. The shampoo is really good for a nice deep clean. So I wouldn't use it every time. I think I want to put some sticks in my buns. I'm not gonna really get the full effect because I have 2 buns in, but it'll do. No, that looks kind of silly. I think I'll put it in like this. That looks, I look like an alien, but that's all right. Any more questions before I get off of here? I like to just dust my baby hairs down. Like, I don't gel them or anything because they're not a lot, but I just like to finger brush them down like that. It helps my forehead look a little smaller, you know. Dr. Sylvie says, what's your favorite brand of hair color? I was rewatching the color videos you did and trying to decide which brand to use. So as far as permanent hair colors, my favorite dye was probably Clairol Textures and Tones. So that's the Clairol line for women of color or black women. And as far as semi-permanent color, my favorite is Adore, the Adore brand. So yeah, hope that helps a little bit with your narrowing down your selection. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll up a little bit in case I missed anything, but I don't think I did. Okay, so that's it, I guess. I am done. I make these little space buns. I think they're kind of cute for a freestyle lock style. I think they're kind of cute. How long have you been growing your hair? Asks Omni Vibe. My locks are almost 8 years long, 8 years old. I started my locks May 15th, 2010. So May 15th, 2018, I will be 8 years locked. Queen Mets to you asks, what's your sign? I'm a Pisces. Do you want to see a 360? Or Himity. Himity wants to see a 360. So I'm gonna need y'all to let me know how the back looks because I didn't see the back, obviously. Is it alright? Is it okay? Is it alright? Is it okay? Oh, it's coming out right here. Okay. Alright. I've been on here long enough. Yeah. Queen Mets to you says you did good. Thank you. Thank you. I accomplished something today. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. Love, light, and locks. Okay, so that was me saying goodbye to my YouTube video. So now all you guys, definitely follow me on Instagram at Killa Does That. Malcolm Locks. Hey Malcolm, save this and email it to me. Okay, I got you. So for all of those of you who were asking about my shop and my YouTube channel, definitely head over to my Instagram page. I have the links in my bio. So when you click the link in my bio, you'll see like a ton of links. So you'll see which one that you're looking for.